Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Movies with Mia. And today I'm going to be talking about Jordan Peele's 3 horror films and how I personally rank them. Please keep in mind this is just for entertainment and for fun, and everyone has sort of varying responses and reactions to Jordan Peele's films. For the record, I absolutely adore all 3, and it's quite hard to rank them, but I do have sort of a specific ranking I have. And so I'm going to kind of go over that today and why I put each of his 3 films in those specific rankings. If you're not familiar with Jordan Peele's work or you're not sure of the 3 films I'm referencing, they are Get Out, Us, and Nope, released in that subsequent order. I love all 3. I saw all 3 in theaters. I saw some of them multiple times in theaters. And Jordan Peele, I think, is one of the most innovative and creative and exciting filmmakers right now. The way he sort of involves all these ideas of social commentary and horror, but in a very innovative and fresh way, and humor all together, I think is incredibly impressive. So my third place spot goes to Us. I personally, I like the movie. I've seen it multiple times. I will watch it multiple times in the future, but it just was not my fave of the 3. I love elements of it. I think, first of all, the cast is remarkable, so talented. I love this idea of doppelgangers because I think doppelgangers historically have spooked people for ages. You know, you see someone on the street that looks like you or someone close to you, and it's a little bit unnerving. And so this idea of having a doppelganger in this underworld that looks just like you but is so evil and twisted and will you is really terrifying. It's so funny. I think it might be the funniest of the 3 in my humble opinion. However, where Us fell a little bit short for me, and I think this is really, it has nothing to do with Jordan Peele as a filmmaker. It's just my personal preference. I predicted the twist fairly early on. So when it came, I was kind of bummed out that I was right. I was hoping I was going to be wrong. And by the time we got to sort of the shadow world and this twist was explained, I just felt it had a satisfying ending, but I didn't love the ending. And I know a lot of people have fan theories about the ending and what it means. But for me, I just kind of left the film feeling like, okay, that was really solid, but okay, you know. I think too, this idea of the doppelgangers and the double storyline and sometimes the pacing of the film, there were some plot holes I didn't quite understand. Or I felt were distracting. This is being really fussy. Us is an excellent film, but for those reasons, it remains in my third place choice for Jordan Peele's films. My second place choice is, I think this is going to really surprise people, is Get Out. Get Out is a masterpiece. There's not a single frame or moment of that film that I don't like. I think it blew my mind. Seeing it in theaters was incredibly impactful and horrifying, because I think this was sort of one of the first horror films, with the exception maybe of Ari Aster with Hereditary and Midsommar, and now The Substance by Coralie Farjah, that shocked the pants off of people. I mean, just like this commentary on race and society and white people, and it's so twisted and messed up and Black Mirror-esque, and it's bold. And I think that's why Get Out is often one of people's favorite Jordan Peele movies, because it's so bold and assertive. The sequence with Daniel Kaluuya and Catherine, where she hypnotizes him with the cup and then he falls into the sunken place, is one of my favorite cinematic scenes ever, not just of horror, but ever. It is, you feel the anxiety with Chris. You feel his fingernails digging into that couch. There's this touch on trauma. All these films touch on trauma and a lot of childhood related trauma. I think that's very relatable for many folks. And the ending is just insane. It's so awesome. It's so gross. It's so satisfying. The way Chris has to literally pick cotton out of a chair to save himself from these white people. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant storytelling. It's brilliant acting. Can we talk about how Daniel Kaluuya is British and he has the most perfect American accent ever? And I think it's going to be one of those that's considered one of the greats for a very, 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 very long time, if not forever. So my number 1 spot is Nope, which when Nope came out, I heard from many folks it was people's least favorite Jordan Peele movie. And it's personally my favorite. And it's part of the reason I wanted to make this video, because so many people did not like Nope or didn't love it as much as the other two. Nope really spoke to me on a personal level because specifically of the character of Jupe. Now, Nope does have issues, plot holes, things that I think don't quite work as much as Get Out. I think Get Out might be a better holistic film. However, the character of Jupe, played by Steven Yeun, is heartbreaking to me. For me, Jupe is one of the most tragic characters, not just in a Jordan Peele movie, but a horror film in general. First of all, I think it goes without being said that there's a lot of commentary here on the American dream, race, Hollywood. The list goes on and on. It's not an accident or coincidence, to me at least, that Jupe is Asian, okay? And we have a ton of different people of color in this film. He has this dream and this vision that stems out of this horrendous traumatic experience he has. I think one of my favorite parts of Nope is when Steven Yeun gives this monologue as Jupe, when either Chris or Emerald ask, about the accident with Gordy, the monkey or the chimpanzee. I'm sorry. He cannot even tell it from the first person perspective. He's so traumatized. He has to talk about it through the guise of an SNL skit that was done as a response to the accident. And these flashbacks we get of the actual accident with the chimp, Travis, and this sort of this godlike invincibility Jupe thinks he possesses that ultimately leads to his death and the death of hundreds of people, is really interesting and so tragic to me. And the scene where the Jupe and his people watching his little show get sucked up and eaten alive by Jean Jacket remains one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen in the theater. Now, it's not that gruesome or bloody. It's not like Saw, The Substance, body horror, anything like that. But it is horrifying. And it's just such a tragic consequence for someone that was so traumatized and was trying to understand and make sense of this dream he had. While that storyline is just one piece of Nope, it's a significant piece and really touched me on a deep personal level as an Asian person, as an Asian person who works in entertainment and music, things like that. I also think the duo of the siblings is hilarious. I love the visuals of Nope. I think Jordan Peele really established himself as a true visionary, well, from the get-go, from his first film. But this concept of Jean Jacket, when we've seen tons of alien movies out there since for decades and decades, but Jean Jacket kind of being this new phenomenon, this new type of alien that is really innovative and fresh and horrifyingly scary. The deep commentary of, your dreams, living your dreams, capitalism, Hollywood, entertainment was so personal for me that I think that's why this film just takes first place for me. I cannot wait to see what else he comes up with. I hope he continues to come up with more incredible cinema, because I think everything he does is brilliant. And again, I'm being very, very picky here. But it's always interesting to see how people rank the Jordan Peele trifecta. Maybe at some point I'll do an Ari Aster ranking as well, because I'm a huge fan of Ari Aster. But let me know what your ranking of Jordan Peele's 3 films are, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.